My oh my, sweet cherry pie. I tried telling you the Lightning aren't going to go quietly into the night. The old Lightning showed up in this game. Calm, cool, collected. That is the Tampa Bay Lightning under John Cooper, but you get the privilege of being that when you're a multi-time Stanley Cup winner at the top of your game like this team is. They came into this game not panicked. Even John Cooper said it himself. Didn't feel like we were down 2-0, and that goes a long way for this team. They absolutely blow up the Panthers 5-1 tonight, and this is going to be a long, deep series, in my opinion. The big stories for the night weren't that Florida played bad. I actually thought Florida played fantastic. Not only did they score the first goal, but they had grade A chances all over the ice. It was just the fact that Andrei Vasilevskiy did what Andrei Vasilevskiy does. He out-goalied Sergei Bobrovsky. There have been times Sergei Bobrovsky has out-goalied Vasilevskiy, and there have been times like today where Vasilevskiy out-goalies Bobrovsky. Stood on his head, made a billion really great high-value saves at the exact right time, and Bobrovsky got beat. He didn't get beat by bad shots or bad goals. You know, there was a trickler here and there. But overall, Bobrovsky played good. Vasilevskiy just played excellent. Top to down for the rest of the Lightning as well. Nikita Kucherov was absolutely on his game. Just an absolute threat out there. Complete domestic terrorist on the ice for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I do not say that tongue-in-cheek or sarcastically. He is an absolutely dynamite player out there for the team. And hey, I thought the Panthers played good. Ekblad returned to his top pairing position. But they're going to have to find a way to utilize that crowd energy in order to take game 3. If they take game 3, it's an absolute dagger. But if Tampa Bay ties it up on the road, well, we have a 3-game series. The first and only goal for the Panthers comes from the Tkachuk play. Puck ends up dumped in, and we go from a 2-1-2 to a 1-2-2 if you're Florida. So that puck ends up rimming around the boards. This is going to be our 1. Number 2 is actually going to go ahead and peel off over to here. And realistically, the key that you want to do here is you want to take away the boards. You're filtering everybody into this area of the ice, and you're trying to pinch them off with numbers, and it works. So as that puck is rimmed around, bang, there's your first hit from the 1-2-2. And then you're going to end up seeing the puck come over to the wall where Rodriguez is going to pick it up. It's a very weird bounce outside of the zone, but because Tampa Bay puts it back into their own zone, that's my understanding on this one anyway. I didn't think, well, maybe it left the zone. Who knows? But either way, it stays in, and Rodriguez is able to pick up this puck. And the signs of a good 1-2-2 are guys who are making little circles through here. They're coming back. They're trying to figure it out. And Tkachuk's going to get lost here. I mean, that's what ends up putting the goal in. Tkachuk at the bottom of your screen right now. He ends up helping out his partner, Bennett. Quick little puck movement here. Tkachuk sneaks in, as I said, right over here at the bottom of your screen. I know the box I had previously was Bennett. Apologies for that. Bennett picks up the puck, and it's going to be an absolute sick move here. I mean, it's a 1-on-3 against Bennett. This shouldn't happen, but skilled players will do skill player things. Beautiful little toe drag. Tkachuk sneaks in. Everybody forgets about him because of that toe drag, and that will be the lone goal that beats Vasilevskiy tonight. Absolutely beautiful, dynamic goal by Florida, and I thought, oh boy, maybe the series will be quicker than I thought it was. But the long and short of the story is no, it's not going to be quicker. That puck moves over here. Nikita Kucherov picks it up off a errant pass by Gustav Forsling. Normally he's better than this. It just doesn't end up clearing, takes some funny bounces. And then Cooch doing Cooch things. I mean, I love the way he protects the puck here. You can see it. He always gets his back to the wall. He's got eyes in the back of his head. You got to put multiple people on Kucherov if you want to take that puck away. But right now he has full control. You end up with a little bit of a stick reach here. That was unbelievable. I mean, that should have been a stick check. Take a look in the blue box here. I mean, it's coming in. Oh, his hands are so fast. That just makes no sense. There's no way you should keep that puck on your stick. But he's just doing Nikita things. He ends up keeping that puck open. And it looks like this should be a turnover. It's a 2-on-1. It isn't, because it's Kucherov, and somehow he pushes that puck over to the left-hand side here. And it's a little one-touch through their legs. Like, this is why the Tampa Bay Lightning are the Tampa Bay Lightning. How do you one-touch that one through the legs? This, I wish I could show you at full high speed, but they always flag you for clips here on this one. Bobrovsky gets a piece of it, but it ends up going in the back of the net. But hey, that's what happens when you get Nikita Kucherov passing to Jake Guentzel, and Braden Point ends up putting it in at the end. Second period, Marchie with the puck. Great little zone entry, beautiful little tight delay and wait. He walks out into the middle. They end up beating him. It's such a sick pass through that should go through the legs. It doesn't. Vasilevsky shuts it down, pushes it to the corner. No problem there. Same thing in the second here. Vasilevsky's already made one big rebound save off of this one. That puck ends up moving across the Royal Road. They step in. It's Ekblad. That was a sneaky shot. He's shooting for this little spot here right over the pad. That's one of the best places to shoot. If you're going to end up shooting, you go across the crease, you get it under the blocker, you get it over the pad. It's a very hard stop for a goaltender to make. But Vasilevsky keeps that one out of the net. Nick Paul on the world's slowest neutral zone regroup here. They're going to end up picking it through the neutral zone. And I don't say that tongue in cheek to be rude. It just was really slow. Sometimes changeups happen. Nick Paul ends up carrying that puck through. It's just such an interesting little play. That puck ends up at the far wall, and now this is what's going to catch them with numbers. It's just a little bump out here. It's that normal bump we see 100 times over to generate chances in the NHL. He comes in. Ekblad's got a beautiful stick in the middle of it. Ekblad should be able to make the stick check. He doesn't. Really nice play by Nick Paul. Takes a shot, and it's just a trickler. Little trickler in on the back of Bobrovsky. We have more Vasilevsky being Vasilevsky here. Really nice play. This first shot on net, I mean, this has a great opportunity to go in. It's hard for him to see him, but there's a second shot that ends up going on net. Nope. Shuts it down, takes it away, keeps the lead for Tampa. It's a tight game all the way in. Nikita Kucherov here is angled off by several players. At this point in time, Nikita Kucherov, this is the best way you're going to cover him. Have a 2-on-1, have a 3-on-1. He's going to carry the puck and he has nowhere to go here. There's no option, so he's just going to throw something on the net. It's an errant little pass that bounces off the Florida Panthers, heads behind the net here. He picks it up, and almost every player in the NHL is just going to move it this way. That's what you're going to be expecting. That's what the defenders are going to do. And Jake Guentzel is going to sneak in, and the fact that he goes this direction and sneaks over to here lets basically all of us as viewers know that he knows what Cooch is going to do. No one else knows what Cooch is going to do, because this is sick. What a little sick backhanded pass. It ends up out there. He finds it. I don't blame Bobrovsky for this 1 second, 1 iota. It ends up going in over his shoulder. There's no reason that should happen other than the fact that it's Nikita Kucherov. And just so you can see this angle, it makes no sense. Like, I know it makes sense. Angles always make sense, but it's so tight to the net. It should hit the net. It must have missed it by like 0.5 millimeter. And Bobrovsky has no idea that it's popped out. It just ends up at that perfect spot over his shoulder. The fourth goal, this happens when teams are pushing. You get caught with 4 back. You're trying to play catch up. There's only 5 minutes left in the third. You're down by 2 goals. Luke Glendening is going to put this one in. As they're carrying it up, it's just a light little pass here. It's a 2-on-1. Stays onside. Really nice ability to stay onside here. As they're carrying the puck in the zone, it's a simple little pass over. Like I said, they're caught because they're pressing for a goal. This normally wouldn't happen to Florida. Crosses the Royal Road right up to the top shelf. As they say, where mama keeps the peanut butter. And that's it. 4-1 game. But we all know that isn't the game. We knew there was going to be a receipt. I love the comments down below. So join the Discord. It's in the link. Comment down below about the hits, because everybody always gets fired up. There's really 3 camps. The first camp is it's playoff hockey. Welcome to the playoffs. The second camp is every hit is a dirty hit if it happened to my team. And the third one is, well, no, let me explain 100 different ways why this is wrong. You know what? It's interference. Tkachuk smokes Guentzel on an absolute interference play. John Cooper has the gall. He's such a funny guy. Like, he makes me laugh. To say in the presser after, we only hit players that have the puck. Literally a day after Brandon Hagel is suspended for his hit against Aleksander Barkov, that was also interference. So you knew a receipt was coming here. There's nothing wrong with the hit. There's just everything wrong with the timing of the hit because he doesn't have the puck. But so far, I've actually been impressed by 2 things from the NHL. I'm impressed by number 1, both penalties, the Hagel on Barkov and the Tkachuk on Guentzel, were called majors on the ice. Awesome that they actually got that right. Sometimes they feel like big hits just happen and they're like, oh, well, tough. Welcome to the playoffs. Number two, I love that the league looked at Hagel and Barkov. You guys have heard me say it. It's not about the outcome. I don't care if the player plays in the next game or is injured. It has to be about the intent. When guys are allowed to run around and do whatever they want, the fact that fighting and instigator penalties, all of that is really messed up the game from back in the day. Then referees in the league have to protect players because you can't have guys running around doing this. I get it's the playoffs, but I love that Hagel got suspended. I thought that was totally fair. I think Tkachuk's going to get suspended as well. Maybe, maybe not. And I don't see anything wrong with either of the hits other than the fact that they're interference here. And you can see Guentzel ditches that puck. It's gone. It's long gone now. There's no reason to make the hit. Tkachuk's circling in like a great white shark, and bang, he hits him. Shoulder on shoulder. He doesn't jump. I know somebody in the comments is going to say he jumped. Look at another angle. He didn't jump. This is what happens when force meets force. And Guentzel goes down hard. You can't make that hit. It's an interference call, but it's a receipt from the last game. So welcome to the playoffs. This is tough hockey. We knew it would be a dirty series. And I told you both teams have the propensity to be dirty. They're very tough hockey teams. They play playoff hockey. They're veteran hockey teams. They beat the crap out of each other all year, and players sign up for this. You might be saying again, players don't sign up to be hurt. Sure, they understand what they're getting into. When that gate closes, they get into that rink, and they don't want bigger suspensions. If they did, they would push for it. They don't. So I think it'll be a game. Either way, I love talking about these things because it really ignites the comments down below and gets the engagement going, gets the people going, as they say. You let me know what you think is going to happen in game 3. This series is absolutely fire. Tampa Bay fans, do you think the Bolts are going to take it back and even it up? Florida fans, do you think it's a stranglehold on the series? I tend to think the momentum's with the Tampa Bay Lightning in game 4, but I'm still sticking with my original pick that this will be Florida's series. We'll catch you guys in the next game.